Nikki. KK. I mean, I do love a KKI.
I do too. And you know what? I've noticed that the KKIs are the only nice ones. The other ones are horrible people,
Oh my God.
especially a CKY.
That's so funny. Now I'm going to be aware of that. I'm gonna pay attention and see if that
No,
tracks.
if you see a CKY, run.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to
Oh my
know.
God. All
Hi.
right. Welcome to the podcast.
I'm so grateful that you invited me on. I think technically I may have invited myself on.
And I was shaking in my boots.
Oh.
I
Oh.
I had for anybody that's seen Dying for Sex the show, because there's also a podcast
Mm-hmm.
which I also listen to.
Amazing.
Um, it it's unbelievable. The show
Oh.
is unbelievable, and so is the podcast. But I had just finished it like 30 seconds before, and I posted a video on the internet, typical Nikki Lieberman fashion of me crying on the internet because that's what I do. Um, and you commented back within like a minute, and here I am, like still bawling my eyes out, like, oh my
Oh.
God, it's
Okay, that's
Nikki.
like the biggest flattery ever. First of all, I think you posted it on TikTok, right? Was it
Yeah.
TikTok? I don't
Yes.
really participate in TikTok because I don't really know how it works.
Hmm.
Unless I like have a stray dog that I'm trying to raise money for. Like that's the only time I post on TikTok. Or if I do like a lip sync trend, but I'm really bad at it. Like I'm the person that you're like, oh, look at her trying to use TikTok. But I love to be
I love it.
on TikTok. Like I love to scroll. I love like it's like a magazine. Like back in my 20s, I was a magazine girl. So TikTok feels like a magazine. And so whenever I get a notification, I'm like, oh, somebody found me on TikTok because I don't really do very much. So I always get really excited. And then you tagged my video. I think you tagged your video with my name. And I thought, this is my love language. When someone's sobbing and crying and telling me how they feel about something, especially dying for sex, I was like, oh, I love this person. So I immediately responded to you and I was like, let's do something. So here we are. So I love when things like that in the universe happen. So thank you for sobbing
No,
in
me
my
too.
arms.
I know it was great. I needed
Virtually.
it. I'm on antidepressants and I haven't cried in like a minute, so that was
Oh,
great. I needed that. Um,
I love
I
that.
needed that.
Hmm.
And I'm also the person who like thinks she's so pretty when she cries. I like always think I'm like, my eyes
You
look
are.
so green.
No,
Thank
you are
you.
pretty when you.
Thank you. Um,
And then
but
I went on a deep dive into you because then I was like, well, I need to know. At first, I was like, I love this person. I want to be on her show. Those are my first two thoughts. And then I go into, let me find out who this person is. I should reverse order those, right? You would think
yep,
like, find out. No, I dive right in and then it gets me into trouble a lot. But I
me
went
too.
through and I was like, oh, you are the version that I would love to be on TikTok, where it's like, I feel like you're very slice of life. You're so honest. You're so self-deprecating. You're freaking hilarious. And I was like, oh, this is
Thank you.
this is really good. And so I really love how you just kind of let it all hang out and don't give any
Thank you.
F's. So thank you for that.
Oh my God, it's my pleasure. I in when I was in and I'm 26. When I was in high school, I always wanted to have like a YouTube channel or something, but I never did it because I was like, oh, everybody's gonna think this, think that, think this. And then I dropped out of college. I got a ton of tattoos. My hair was purple at one point, and I'm like, okay, clearly I don't give a fuck about what people think about me. So it's time to do what I wanted to do. And I just post whatever I want because
I love it.
I don't care. I don't care. Life's too short, as we know. Like,
Wait,
post
who
what
is
you want.
that? Who is behind you?
This is Bentley,
Okay. Oh my
my
God.
crusty little boy.
Is that a
Say
Maltese?
hi. Yeah.
Do you know I grew up with Malteses? I
Oh,
had two that I
really?
was obsessed with. Yes. I grew up with them.
Oh,
So I'm like, I can feel
yeah.
he
He's
is
so
just
precious.
so special. Hi,
I
baby.
know.
Okay, good.
He's
Now I feel
so.
it. We might be the same person, but you're 24 years younger than I am.
No, I think we are the same person. We are the same person. But yeah, oh, he is so cute. I love him.
I love him.
I grew up with big dogs. I grew up with a big dog named Sandler after Adam Sandler. I actually saw Adam Sandler in his live show last night, so I'm still riding that high.
Oh, that's fun. Wait, like you were there,
I was there.
like live, like really live, not like Instagram live. Like you're like, no,
Yep.
I saw him. Was it
Like he
good?
was right there. Oh,
Did you,
so good.
Wait, first of all, I
Yeah.
thought you were going to tell me I saw Adam Sandler last night and I told him about my dog named Sandler. I was secretly
I've
hoping that maybe.
tried.
Okay, okay.
He won't. He doesn't like. If he opens up my DMs one day by some grace of God, it's going to be horrible.
How was the show? Was the show
It,
good?
it was really good. He sings,
Okay,
he dances. It's funny. I don't
okay,
love sitting in between my dad and brother while he talks about fingering his wife for an hour.
good.
Yeah, but it was really funny. He's good.
Good.
He's great.
Okay, good.
Um, I know, so good. But I guess back to dying for sex, which I'm
Back to
obsessed
you
with.
crying to me.
Back to me crying.
Hmm.
I mean,
I know.
I'll give you guys a little summary. There's Nikki and there's Molly, which I was crying because my best friend and cousin's name is Molly, and
So wild.
I'm like, don't die, don't die, don't die.
Right, yeah.
But Molly had cancer,
Hmm.
and I think in the show, she was with her husband for 15 years. Is that
Hmm.
correct?
Hmm. Yeah.
And wasn't exactly satisfied sexually, and kind of went on this journey of, I want to say having sex with everyone, but that's not really what she did.
Well, I love that you say that because it was, I mean, on the outside looking in, she was like, listen, I'm going through this treatment. I'm having an adverse reaction to the medication. My body's on fire. I'm vibrating. I feel very like alive. When she was doing well, she felt very alive. When she'd have her
Hmm.
down days, she was just on the floor, right? But she's like, I
Yeah.
want to do the most with the time that I have. And for her, that process and figuring out what she wanted to do with her time was about connecting, sex, feeling alive. So on the outside looking in, it looked like she was just having a ton of sex, which she was, by the way, or sexual encounters, I should
Yeah.
say. But I mean, I think there was just a really underlying message to it of getting like really in touch with her body, letting her cancer riddled body still feel very sexual and alive. I think it was a reclaiming. I think she had lost her because she had lost her breasts and had her breast reconstructed. It was kind of a just getting reintegrated into her body, into her sexuality, and also recovering from some old wounds that had happened to her when she was younger. And I think she just felt really sexually stifled. And so for
Yeah.
her, that deep dive into herself started with sex and the journey of sex. And that's where the idea of the show started, where I was like, I think your journey is so interesting. I think this is a show or something. I think it's called Dying for Sex. And that's how it started way back in like 2016. But yes, you're right. I mean, it looks like she had a lot of wild and crazy sex, which she did, but there was a deeper digging that she was doing during that time. So I love that that you bring
Yeah.
that to light.
I think for the people that, my dog will not stop licking me. I think for the people who are watching the show, maybe by the end you realize, but definitely if you listen to the podcast, I mean, Molly says it, like
Yeah.
this was so much more. I mean, she's healing like her younger self too,
Yeah,
who
totally.
was sexually assaulted
Hmm.
in real life. And I think I hope that people aren't missing that because
I don't think they are. I mean, I don't know. I don't live in everyone's brain, but I think the responses that I'm getting socially, like on social media, is everyone kind of understanding that deeper lesson. And I have to say, Nikki, when the show first came out, I was expecting like people being like, this is horrible. How dare she? This is wrong behavior. I was prepared. I don't know why that person sounds like that, but they
no,
do.
they do.
Right? I expected a lot of that, and I got maybe two out of thousands. Most everyone that responded to the show on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook responded with that feeling of like, this is so much, this is peeling the onion, and it was so beautiful. And I think it restored my faith in humanity because right now we are a dumpster fire. And I thought, oh gosh, are people gonna really get that? Are our people out there? And I have to say, they are, and I'm proud of us.
I I mean, it really changed my perspective on. I mean, we'll get to the death part because both of
Yeah,
you, like, it changed my perspective on death so much.
really. Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
but like the sex of it, and like I'm 26 years old. I am like in the dating field, which I mean, men don't even date anymore; they just have sex. So like in the sex field, and we all care so much about how many people you slept with, how many people, blah blah blah. And I'm like watching this, and I'm like, who? we are all dying, some sooner than others.
Yeah.
And who gives a shit?
Right. Who's
Who?
keeping score? I'd love to know who's keeping score and why. Like, I know.
I have
Who
an
cares?
like
I
why
know.
I have a notes app of every man I've slept with and what I did with them. Why? I don't know.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
My
And I look
God.
back and I'm like, mm-hmm. And I look back at
You're
some
like,
and I'm
oh,
like,
Hannah,
no,
I forgot about it. Oh,
totally, totally. Um,
I know.
but it was it was her willingness to pretty much do almost anything, but it was also like you supporting that because like I have a couple of friends who like support whatever I do, but mostly
Yeah.
they question a lot too. But the
It's okay.
way in the show and in the podcast, you were like, yes, step on his face. Like
Right.
I loved it. Like I received a DM from some guy in Bumble being like, would you sell me your socks? And like I'm in the middle of watching the show and I'm like, maybe.
Yeah. Why not? My question is, why
Why
not?
not?
Why wouldn't you? I don't know. I'm very sex positive. I don't shame a lot. I mean, there were a couple instances in the podcast where she'd tell me something and I got a little judgy. And in fact, one of the guys that she gave a blowjob to in the hospital, I was judgy of him. And then I interviewed him and like fell in love with him and realized that it was actually a very intimate, beautiful moment that the two of them had. So I think it's a good lesson in life. Like your judgment sometimes comes from fear or I don't know because you like your measuring stick may be a little bit off, but when you really dig in deep and understand the why of things, which is something that Molly always inspired me to do, and sometimes she would do shit that I was like, just do it. Why not? Like, why not? Like selling the socks. There was a guy who wanted to purchase her urine. I mean, I know that that's touched upon in the show, but like he wanted to, she was like, I'm not going to urinate on you. And he was like, yeah, but could I at least have some of your urine? And my
I love
immediate
it.
thought is gross, weird. Who wants that? Why? And then when you stop and you kind of really look at sex shaming and sex positivity and where people's kinks and fetishes may come from, you never know. And as long as you're not hurting anyone and everyone's consensual, do whatever you want. And I think we should start selling your socks on the internet.
I think so too. If anybody's watching this, please DM me. I need money and I want it.
I will. Wait, why don't we do Nikki's sell
Nikki's socks.
socks?
Nikki
Nikki
squared
socks.
socks.
Wait, NIKKISOXX. Nikki socks.
Genius. Dying for socks.
We'll send
My mom.
1 foot of yours, 1 foot of mine. We'll package them together. We'll mail them out.
It's perfect. And they want. Oh, this guy messaged me and he's like, "What about long socks?" I'm like, I said, "You don't want my fuzzy socks? Like, don't." Oh, I'm like, "What about grippy socks?" Because I have a couple of those.
Choices. Oh my god.
No, it's. I mean, okay. Both in the podcast and in the show, the peeing had me like cackling because in both she realizes after like, oh, my pee might be poisonous.
Right, with the chemo, all the drugs she had in her
Oh
system, right?
my God. And like I mean I think it's listed as one, but like this is also like a comedy. Like it is
Right. I know.
so good. And so like
Right.
it's I mean you guys in the podcast too are just so funny.
Oh, I love that.
I don't know how you could talk about dying and also make me like cackle at the same time.
I credit Molly with that. She gave me permission to like say all those, you know, when you have all the wrong things in your head or you think, oh, that's funny,
Mm-hmm.
but I shouldn't say it because maybe it won't land. Molly was always like, say it, please say it. There was never, the line in the sand didn't really exist with her because she thought things that were super inappropriate were super, super funny. So I got permission from her to do that. And then what I loved is when we made the podcast, my producers at Wondery, Stephanie Jens, understood that as well. And then when we handed it off to Liz Meriwether and Kim Rosenstock, who did the FX series, they got it too. So it was all these amazing women fully understanding that Molly didn't have a line in the sand. And they
Mm-hmm.
also understood Molly's deeper level of like thought and how thoughtful and smart she was, but also
Yep.
could make a really funny pee joke or a really funny dick joke or jokes about her breasts. Like, so she was the perfect balance of that. And everybody that got involved in this story always held that. I just held it with a really high regard and really honored that. So the fact that I could do that, Nikki, and like be that way with her and is because she gave me the permission. And so now that's just kind of how I function in the world now. And it might be too much for people sometimes, but clearly not for you.
No, I was wondering that too because I was like, you would say it like everything that I was thinking, you would say it in the podcast because I'm like,
Right. Right.
and I have a friend who she's in remission now. She's great.
Oh,
She
thank
had
God.
breast cancer, and like her and I would be making like these horrible jokes, like horrible. And then my friend who's like very innocent, like whatever she was like, Nikki, and I'm like, what? What?
What? Aren't we all thinking that? And she's like, no. And you're like, well, I was.
Well, I was, and I said it, and like that's why I have 31,000 followers on TikTok, and you don't.
Right. Yeah.
But
I think,
I love that.
people I feel like humor is healing. And sometimes when things are so bad, you can't cry all the time. You got to find the dark, morbid humor. I loved Gallows humor. I loved when she'd say things like, like, what are you gonna like? I would be like, be really careful out there, Molly. Like, you're out there meeting men at like weird hours of the night. Like, be careful that someone doesn't like, chop you up into little pieces. And she's like, okay, so he kills me. All right, is that the worst thing that could happen? And I'm like, stop saying that. But there was, I think, a bravery that she had because the ticking time clock was just going much faster for her. So it gave her permission to take some risks that maybe she wouldn't have done earlier in her life. But she was safe. I tried to make sure that she was always texting me and getting home safely. But that girl was dating like around the clock and doing like 3-4 dates a day where she was meeting for coffee and then for lunch and then for like coffee after lunch and then dinner. And the funny thing was she wasn't a drinker, but she would go to all these bars and she would order soda water with a lime, and all the bartenders would be like, oh, there's the girl with the soda water with the lime, and she's here with all these random people all the time. And so I think that felt really fun to her because it was risky, right? But I felt like most of the time she was always in control and really understood what was happening. There were a few times, Nikki, when it got a little dicey or hairy because obviously there's crazy people out there. But I think she learned along the way what was too much and what felt unsafe for her. But at the end of the day, I think she, like you said earlier, she was healing some wounds and healing some things that she sticking up for herself in some ways that maybe she didn't get to when she was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what like a beautiful thing to be able to do before
right?
you die.
I know. So cool.
It's amazing. I like my standards for friendship like went like way up after watching this. I was like, all right, anybody who won't support me being peed on, which I don't know that I'd like that, but like I'm just saying like anybody who won't is out. And I don't know if the show inspired me to do this or just my own narcissism, but for my birthday this year, I'm having a funeral. And everybody comes and reads a eulogy for me because it kind of pissed me off that she doesn't get to see the show.
I know, me too. I mean, I feel like she's absorbing all of it, but a living funeral is brilliant. Like, why are we waiting until someone's gone to say all these amazing things about them and celebrate them and play music and be thoughtful? And oh my God, that's what you're doing? You're really doing that?
Last year, I wanted to have a roast last year. No one would do that because they're all pussies. And so we had an Adam Sandler themed karaoke party. That was good.
It's the closest thing.
It's the closest thing I could get to it. But this year, this year I'm
You're
saying,
really doing it?
Yeah, I'm having a funeral.
What are you calling it?
My funeral.
Your funeral. Okay.
It's not till February, so there's still some tweaks to be made. But yeah, I want to hear all the good stuff about me because I don't know what happens afterwards. We don't know until we die. So I want to hear it.
I love it. I support this 100%.
Thank you.
Does everybody have to wear black?
No, because I don't want black at my actual funeral.
Yeah, I was wondering, where did that come? I guess black, because first of all, black's like the only thing that looks good on me anymore. How did that? I love the history of things, like knowing where traditions came from. But I am wondering why black. I guess it was just a dark, somber color. Are you looking it up?
Yes, but I don't want my funeral to be somber.
You want it to be a party.
I want shots.
Oh yeah.
Because I decided a while ago, I have a bunch of health issues, so I'm donating my body to science. Let them figure it out. So there's not going to be a body. So I feel like that helps. Yeah, I don't know. Tradition,
Wait, do you mind if I
centuries.
ask, are you open about what your health struggles are? Or do you keep it
Yeah.
private?
No, no, I'm super open. My right now, it's actually, I 4 years ago I had a breast reduction that went horribly wrong.
Oh,
Um,
God. Sorry.
yeah, thank you. But yeah, I had got a fake nipple. I had a big infection that led to stomach
Oh,
surgery. It's a whole thing. But I'm actually, which is crazy because next month, and this is insane, I have to get, there's these masses, they're non-cancerous, but I have to get a double mastectomy and
oh my
implants.
gosh.
I know,
Okay.
I know. But if my boobs look as good as Molly's did, then I'll be
Right.
fine.
Well, let
I
me
know.
ask you this. First of all, I'm so sorry because you're doing
Thank you.
something for yourself, probably to make your body feel just more in line with you, and then it
Hmm.
backfires, and that's like feels like such a betrayal. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure, right? And it has so much to do with our femininity and our breasts. I think that's a whole other topic. But
Hmm.
now you're having a double mastectomy and a whole reconstruction. When is that happening?
November 20th,
Of this, wait, now? Of this?
next month.
Oh my God.
So the
Okay.
the great thing is that because they don't have to make sure there's like clean margins or anything,
Okay.
um, they can do them at the same time. So
Great.
I don't have to do like the expanders or whatnot.
Okay.
So
Okay. Oh my God,
you
Nikki.
know, it's
Okay.
crazy.
How
It's
have you been handling
crazy.
this? Has it like
Um,
rocked you, or you just like, has it rocked you, or?
for a minute, it did.
Hmm.
Honestly, like the masses that I have right now, like they're so, I mean, they're huge. They're tennis ball size.
God.
So, yeah, it just happened from like too much trauma to my body from them trying to fix their mistakes, whatever. Um, those make me feel less feminine and more gross, just because they are gross. So when I first found out, I was like, oh my God, like I don't understand how I'm going to go under the knife again. I've had many surgeries in my life, but like this
Yeah.
one, but now I'm kind of, I don't want to say excited because like it sucks, but it's like, I feel like it's a fresh start.
I was
Um,
that just I didn't want to say it because like nothing like someone else telling you how you feel. Like a
yeah,
fresh start, and you're like, no, actually, it doesn't feel like that. But that's the word, the phrase that came to mind was a fresh start, like just starting clean and fresh. Are you gonna
yep.
have I think you should have a funeral for your boobs.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I need to have like, I mean, I've had many funerals for them. I have a fake nipple already, so like we had a funeral for that one. I'm the
I
day
love
before.
this because if you cannot laugh through it, then I mean, what's the alternative,
Oh,
right? You're just, oh my gosh. Okay.
you
Well,
have
thank you for
to.
sharing all that with me.
Oh my God, of
And
course.
that's a lot, but a fresh start. I hope that's what it is for you. November 20th?
Hmm.
What if I need to put this on my calendar?
Oh my God, stop.
I
Are you too
just met you
kind?
and now I'm very attached to your boobs.
Good. I used to like, after I got my new nipple, I had no one nipple for 2 years. After I got my new nipple, I was showing everybody my boobs. Everybody, because I'm
I
like,
was wondering about that. Like, do you like are you very open? Like, are you you're just like, hey, look what I'm dealing with. Like, look what the thing is.
yeah, when it all originally happened, I was like, I had this infection, like they didn't know I was gonna live or die. So like everyone knew.
Nikki.
I know. And it was during COVID, so the Department of Infectious Disease, we had to like call in like a different, it was a whole
Oh my God, I just
thing.
got the chills like in a weird way. That's awful.
It was awful, but everybody knew.
Right.
So like everybody already knew what was happening. Eventually, I posted about it on TikTok because I was like, I made this video before my reduction, being like, I'm going to get new boobs, whatever. And
Uh-huh.
then I like a couple months after, I was like, update, I have one nipple. And so many people had been through similar things,
Really? Oh
so I
wow.
started being open about it.
I love
And
that.
it's like kind of funny. Like I have a fake nipple. Like guys will like really try to like they don't know and they'll be like trying to like play with it for like an hour during sex and I'm like I should have told you. You wasted so much time. Um so I tell everyone now and I show everyone.
That's amazing. I love that. I love it when we normalize things that can feel so private and like don't want to share that. And as soon as you like share your quote unquote dirty little secret, then everyone's like, me too. Oh my God, I felt that way too, or I have that too, or I know with that similar thing that I've gone through. And I just feel like it's something that Molly did, which was just like, just put it all out there and see where it lands. And then you find your people. Like you find your people that are like, yeah, I get this. Oh, I love that you're doing that. Making people
Thank
feel
you.
less alone is a real superpower. I think
That's what,
you do that a lot.
thank you. That's my goal. When I post something, it's like, yeah, a couple million views is so fun. But what's even more
Right.
fun is like 80 views in that one comment where it's like, you changed my day. And
Yep,
I'm like,
exactly.
that's it. That's all I
I really
wanted.
want to see your boobs.
Oh, I'll send you a picture.
Let me see my picture. Okay, good. I love that we just
Um,
met today. And look where we
oh,
are.
I remember I was
I'll send you a
in,
picture of my boobs. I mean, if it makes it feel
oh my
better, if you
God,
don't know.
thank
But then
you.
are we
Be
sexting? I
honored.
think technically that's sexting.
It's fine. It's fine. Um, what has to be done will has to be done, and we'll get that done. Um, but my first, I worked in like a, I worked. If people don't know, I work in corporate America. I hate it. It fucking sucks.
Okay.
But my first, one of my first days in the office, I met this girl. She's one of my closest friends now, and somehow we got into breast reductions. We figured out we had the same surgeon, and we were in the bathroom 30 seconds later showing each other our
Yeah.
boobs.
Oh my God.
Like, that's just me.
I love that. I love it.
It's
Molly would
me.
have loved you. You guys would have been friends.
I feel like I don't know. I saw a Grey's Anatomy episode one time where they said I had lost a friend 3 years ago, and I
Mm.
tried to figure out in like what ways he comes through, and I'm like, I feel like they're just whispering things in your ear and you don't know it, but they somehow like subconsciously get into your brain. And that's what I felt like listening to the podcast, because I was like,
Really?
yes, because I was like, okay,
Oh.
is her physical presence on this earth right now? No, but like she's still making like such an impact, especially with the
Hmm.
way the internet works. She's going to keep making an impact.
Yeah.
And that's the coolest thing ever.
It's it's such a gift and it's such a legacy. And I never thought of it that way. Like the thoughts that we get sort of like subconsciously, or we're like, where did that
Mm-hmm.
thought come from? Like, is that the communication that comes from, the people that have passed on? Like, that's a really interesting, like when they say trust your gut, is your gut
Mm-hmm.
really like some spiritual guide being like, hey, bitch, don't do that, right? Like, is that your
Mm-hmm.
gut? Like, so that's a really interesting way to phrase it, but I never thought about it being that way. But I think Molly would really enjoy knowing that her, like that when you watch the show, you say it changed how you feel about death and
Mm-hmm.
life, right? And maybe sex. And so I think that is the gift that keeps on giving, because if something that we make in television or film can slightly alter your brain chemistry, how something fires, how you feel, or if the fear gets slightly subsided. I mean, I think that's the whole point of it. I think that's why people did plays back in the day. They were like, trying to entertain people, but also trying to move people in a certain way. I think that's why theater was created. And so when we get to make things that go back to that, like, we want to just make people's life better and maybe change the way that they are kind of viewing the world. Maybe just open slightly. I think that's really
Mm-hmm.
powerful. So I love that she kind of resonates with you too. Like Molly resonates along with your other friends that have passed on, can kind of be in the back of your
Yeah.
mind talking to you. That's really cool.
Well, and the way that you both talk about death and handle death made a big impact for me. I mean, one of my friends, two of them now, have passed away from accidental fentanyl overdoses, which is just a huge epidemic in this world.
Oh my God.
Um, and so the death was definitely different. We didn't know it was happening.
Very
But they had both
sudden.
been
Are
very
they
sudden,
both
but
sudden? Yeah.
they both were struggling a lot. And so when I heard Molly talking about how she's going on this vacation that she's been waiting for, that
Yeah.
brought me so much peace, because it's like I had these two people in my life who were struggling with addiction so much, and now they're just like they're on that vacation they were
I
waiting for.
know. I just got the chills. I love that you brought that up. I feel like often we look at death as an end of our home as we know it, right? Like I think about my husband and how much I love him, and like if something happens to him, like I will not be okay. Like seriously, please check on me. I will not be okay. But when I think about my own death, it's a weird something has shifted because of these kinds of stories and because of Molly. Because I felt like Molly, in a weird way, when she passed, that she went home. So I've never thought of home as being somewhere other than where we are, but like I think our soul goes home. Now, where that is, I don't know. I'm not religious. I don't know where it goes. But I think there is a, and you hear these people that have had near death stories that say, I crossed over, I was somewhere else, and I didn't want to come back. Like I was ready to be there. But something drove me to come back. I still had lessons to learn. I still had things to figure out. And I know this is getting a little bit airy fairy, but when you
No,
say
I
that
love it.
about Molly and her trip, I'm like, I think sometimes I think our little life is just like a blip in the radar of what our soul's purpose is, and I think
Hmm.
there might be an element of going home. So in a way, your friends who passed so suddenly and so tragically, I wonder if their souls just kind of went where it was best served for them. And so that brings me peace as well to know that, you know, when people die tragically, like that, like what you're telling me about, like the gift of being able to walk somebody home is really beautiful. But when someone's taken quickly and tragically,
Yeah.
those are the times that we really get tested. I think, Nikki, like that would test me as well.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think, I mean, I always wonder we don't know. I mean, okay, sorry to all the Catholics out there that who think they definitely know where they're going. We don't know.
Yeah,
Until we die. Um,
exactly.
but it's, I don't know. I also think that Molly, like, talkingly, so, I mean, she was literally on her deathbed talking in the podcast. Like,
Yeah,
I think she was in the process of dying, and like
yeah.
being able to hear someone talk while they're actively like really at the end is so amazing.
I know. I think when I recorded that day, Nikki, I was laying in her bed and I kept like checking in to make sure she was okay, that I was recording. I think she was so grateful to be able to share what she was feeling and learning and experiencing. And I listen back like every once in a while when I'm having one of those days where I'm like, why am I here? And what the point of life? I'll go back and listen to episode 6 of the podcast because it's like a therapy session. It's a
Hmm.
reminder. And there's nothing like hearing about life and the importance of life from someone who's actively dying. That perspective is just so beautiful. So I go back to that episode quite a bit just to listen to her and absorb her kind of clinging on to life. And it brings me right back to center, like right back to the
Yeah.
center of myself. So yeah.
No, I love that episode.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. And I was listening to the episode. I had a doctor's appointment. It was like a pre-op surgery thing, and they were doing brain scans and heart scans and everything, and it was just like pissing me off. And I was just listening to the episode, and I was just walking around like this little neighborhood in Chicago, and I found my like
Oh,
just walking, and somehow I find myself into a tattoo shop. Like, I don't know. I mean, these are new. These are new.
no way.
It's
Those are
butterflies and
gorgeous.
it says rise.
Rise. Oh, those are cool.
Thank you. But I don't know. I was in episode 6. I'm walking around pissed off, and then I'm like starting to feel like a little bit of peace or something, and then I just end up
Okay.
in a tattoo shop. I feel like I just like thought like
That's
people
so
are so
interesting. Did you end up, what did you do after you got to the tattoo shop? Did you get it? You didn't get a tattoo, did you?
no, I got all these.
That day?
Yes. I was
Shut.
still listening.
Okay. Do you want to hear
I was
something crazy
still
right
listening to
now?
the episode. Yes.
Because that seemed like you were like, and these, I got, but you literally walked in and got those tattoos.
While I was getting the tattoos, I was still listening.
Oh, okay. Because Molly has had a tattoo on her. Is that your left hand? Because I can't
Yes.
do left from right. And it
Yes.
just said in black cursive love. And I thought about getting one right there. But it's
No.
very specifically like on that part of your hand. And that's where your tattoo is. That is
That's
so
bizarre.
crazy.
That's really
Nikki,
crazy.
that's really cool. And you were listening to her while you were getting this meaningful tattoo.
Yes, that was I was walking in right when she was about to talk when she started talking about her trip, and like we designed the tattoo. I didn't even know what I was gonna get. Like
Shut up. This is
I
so
decide
cool.
I decide what I'm getting, like, and like all like my near death experiences and like losing my friends. I'm like, people are like, I really need so much meaning to get a tattoo. I'm like, no, if you like something, get it. Life is
Just
short. I
get
have a
it.
disco ball
Yes.
on fire. Like I don't care.
I
Um,
want to show you.
I
Because
love
I got a tattoo on the back of my neck, and then that became sort of mine and Molly's love language. ladybug. So then she just started
Oh,
buying everything ladybug. Where to the point where I was like, okay, that's enough ladybugs. I've
yeah.
got enough ladybugs. But
No,
she
I love
always
that.
had this love tattooed on her hand. Oh my God, I'm going to show it to you. This is Molly's hand. We were holding hands, and I'll crop it.
Oh,
So, but it's very, you see it?
oh, I love it.
And it's on her left hand, and it's actually lower than I thought that it was. And I mean, I'll show this to you. This was us holding
Oh,
hands. I
that's
mean,
so
this was
sweet.
February 27th, and she passed on March 7th. So it was pretty close. And so
That's
I
my
always
Molly's
think about,
birthday.
are you serious?
I swear.
She's so here right now.
She's so here. Hey, Mal.
She's so cute. I love that the next picture that I have after that is me at a drag show.
Good, as you should.
It's like right after that. Now you've inspired me. I think I'm going to go get this tattoo because of this conversation.
Don't even
And
think
then
about
I'll
it. Just
think
do
of
it.
you too.
Just do it.
Let me see yours again.
It's healing, so it's not great right now, but it says
It's
rise, and then
so,
there's some butterflies, and
oh my God, that's so
yeah.
beautiful. It looks so good on you. Like it's so
Thank
right for,
you.
it's so good.
Thank you. I feel like I don't like I like brain jewelry, but like I forget all the time because so ADD. But I so it's like nice just to like have just feels
It's
right.
permanent, lovely jewelry. I love that. Oh my God, how inspired. Okay, all right. Well, I guess I know what I'm
You're
doing
doing it.
now.
No, it's so fun. It's so
This has
fun.
been really like, it's so funny because Molly's favorite thing was to talk to strangers. And essentially that's what's happening today, right?
Yes.
Like I didn't know you until like 5 days ago or 6 days ago. And then, but I feel like I've known you for years and
No,
she
we're
would
gonna
be
be
loving.
friends.
I mean, first of all, I don't have any friends named Nikki.
You do know.
I know. But I feel like she's doing this. She's connecting these people and these places and things and tattoos. And I don't know. This is pretty cool. This is happening in real
Yeah,
time.
it
Oh
is.
my God. Wow.
Well,
Well, I do want to say
fun.
thank you for
Oh
taking
my
the time
gosh.
to listen to the podcast. It's,
Ah,
I mean, it's an investment of your time. And also, I love that you were
amazing.
walking and listening at the same time. That's my favorite way to absorb podcasts. They're so intimate, aren't they? They're like,
Well,
like,
your voice is also like the most soothing, like
oh,
sexy, like
oh.
perfect. No, I was like the way you were talking about like her being peed on was unbelievable. You're like, and then I'm trying not to be judgy, but this one I just like your voice. It's so soothing while talking about being
Oh.
like piss on the face. Like I love it.
I do meditations about urination on the face. No,
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
That's awful.
No,
But
I
maybe
do
there's
because
a
you're.
market for that.
I listen. That is my meditation. Is you talking about that?
Oh my God. But I just appreciate you listening and I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you posting and telling people about the show because I'm sure your post resonated with someone else out there that I'll never meet who went then and said, let me look into this. And then now gets a sliver of Molly and gets a little sliver of like maybe an awakening for themselves of going, wait, do
Mm-hmm.
I want to have better relationships? Do I want to have better sex? Do I want to think about death in a different way? I mean, who knows what they gather from it? I mean, people gather different things. They gather what they need. You always get what you need from art.
Yeah.
And so to know that you then continued carrying Molly's torch for me and helping me with that and sharing it with other people just really meant a lot to me. So thank you.
Oh, it's such an honor and a pleasure, and I appreciate you. I have one more question.
I'm here all day for
Okay.
you.
Did you close her mouth when she died?
100%.
And did it open back up?
Yes, 100%. Okay. So I love that you're, oh God, I love you. So she said to me when she was alive, please don't let me die with my mouth open and please don't let me die with my hands like this. And I was like, first of all, I don't think anyone dies with their hands like this. And she's like, I don't know. I just don't want to look like this. And I was like, I promise you, I won't let you look like that. So her hands weren't like that. I don't know any
No,
human being's hands that are like this when they die.
it's like Frankenstein.
Just a bit like zombie, maybe. She was like, don't make
Yeah.
zombie hands. Her hands were peacefully laid at her side. Her mouth was fully open and her face was so just relaxed. Everything just goes, right? And after she passed away, because I was lucky enough to experience her last breath with her, because she woke me up. Like her spirit or whatever it was,
That was
woke me
crazy.
up because I was asleep. Woke me up. I heard her last two breaths. I was right there with her. She passed, and I thought, okay, I called the nurse. The nurse came. And here's something they don't tell you. And I experienced this with my dad as well when he died. Like, a person dies, and they don't immediately come in and go, okay, the person's gone. We're going to take the body and we're going to start the process. Like, you have to call the morgue. The nurse called the morgue. There's hundreds of other dying people in the city. So they didn't get to Molly's body for like 5 hours. So we sat with her sweet little body for 5 hours, and I continually kept trying to push her mouth closed, and it just kept opening again. And I thought, I told her I would do this. Like, and it felt like my last gesture of love. And finally, I think she passed around midnight-ish, and around 5 a.m., the rigor mortis starts to set in. And when I closed her mouth, it finally closed and stayed closed. And I thought, okay, now I can like rest and know that I did everything that I was supposed to do for her when she died. So I was able to close her mouth.
I need to find someone who's going to close my mouth. Even just take a piece of tape and just like tape it.
In the TV show, Jenny, who plays me, put like a her coat or
the
her
sweater
jacket under her mouth. But I literally did this for hours and tried to. And then they came and they took her body, and nobody prepares you for that kind of stuff. So I do think it's really important, even though the information is uncomfortable to have, it's uncomfortable to ask those questions. I think when you have more information and you understand what can happen when someone dies and prepare yourself for that, then you can just be more present and you're not surprised and shocked and freaked out. You have your brain can kind of wrap around it a little bit more so you can be more present. So I know they're uncomfortable questions to ask, but I say have those conversations with your family. What do you want to have happen if you get the luxury of having a moment where you pass peacefully in a hospital? What do you want to have happen? Like, these are horrible things to talk about, but they're really, like, you can really connect with people around these uncomfortable conversations. So I like to lean into the uncomfort. So let me ask you before we wrap this up, what do you want to have happen when you die?
That's a great question. Oh my gosh.
You don't have to answer it now. But like, really think about it. If you're lucky enough to have a moment with people and pass peacefully, like what do you want to do with your body? How do you want people to be? Do you want a funeral? What do you want?
Well, yeah, I definitely want that party funeral.
You want another one. You just want to have one
Yes. No, yeah. No, I don't want, people can cry. I say my close friends and family can bawl their eyes out for 3 months and then they get an occasional mental breakdown. Like, that's fine. But then you need to start partying for me because I'm not here to do it. Also, absolutely shave my legs and armpits. I don't know where I'm going.
Great.
Legs and armpits need to be shaved.
Good. Very clear. Good to know.
Everything else is fine.
I'm just curious why.
I don't know. It just felt right. Like, if I'm donating my body to science, then the scientists are going to see my hairy legs and armpits. If I'm going to the morgue, then they're going to see it. I don't know. Like, now, I don't want anybody to see my hairy armpits.
Isn't that funny that when you die, your hair stops growing? Like, everything, like, that's wild.
I know.
Okay, so we're going to shave your hair? And your hairy arm. What if you're...
Please don't shave my head.
No.
I mean, you can. I guess you can. I'm dead.
You'd be really cute bald, too, because your eyes are like,
Thank you.
You got great brows. You'd be really cute bald.
Thank you.
But we don't need to shave your head.
Great.
Unless we want to give it as a wig to somebody.
I know. Should I be bald? No. No, I just got tattoos. My mom can't handle that.
So can I tell you, my mom was like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about when I'm dead. Just cremate me. I don't want to be in the ground. My dad's buried. And I think that just doesn't sit. I mean, listen, to each their own, but I don't think it sits well with my mom. My mom doesn't like the visual. I think she would have preferred him to be cremated, but he really wanted to be buried. So So my mom's like, no, cremate me. And I said, well, what do you want me to do with your ashes? And she came up with this really morbid and beautiful idea. And it's exactly what I'm going to do. She said, my favorite place in the world is when on Christmas when I get to look at everybody's Christmas trees. So I want you to take my ashes and put them in an ornament and give them to everyone you know
Oh,
so I can hang on everyone's Christmas tree every year.
that's so sweet.
Little morbid, but you're like, oh look, it's Aunt Donna. She's on our tree. Like that would just live on and on and on, and she would be glowing in the lights of the tree. And I thought, it's funny coming from someone who said, I don't want to talk about it. But now that we're talking about it, this would be kind of fun. And even though it's a little bit morbid, now it's become a joke. And I'm like, no, I know exactly what to do.
No,
With,
I just
isn't that cute?
I just put my I have my grandma's ashes in my drawer. It's actually under a box of cigarettes for when I get drunk, but that's fine. Um, I like my mom wanted one of those rings that you put the ashes in,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize that the kit I was getting was a kit, and I didn't send it, so I had to do it.
Oh, you had to open. Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
that was
Okay.
fun.
Did you do it?
Yeah,
And do you wear the ring?
it's for my mom. I wouldn't do it for myself.
Oh, your
It's for
mom is
her.
wearing it. Does she wear it?
Yeah, yeah.
Does it bring her
She
comfort?
better. Um, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's a little weirded out by that stuff, but she also asked me to do it, so she has
Okay.
to wear it.
See, I think being weirded out and comforted, they're not mutually exclusive. You can have both of
Totally.
those feelings at the same time. Okay. Well, I hope you never die.
Thank you. You too.
Right? I hope we just get to live forever being KKIs. But I think it's really now I know. Now I know that I need to make sure that your armpits and your legs are shaved. That'll be. And if you could, for me,
Yes.
please, please make sure. I cannot stand when there's those little eyebrows that are underneath here. Like
Yes.
when there's like four of them, but they're long and they're
Yeah.
just, you just have to make sure that this is just cleaned up right here. I don't
And
really
those
care
are
about my armpit hair or my leg hair, but
that's fair.
this,
And I'll make sure to wait till you're really, really dead because those are the most painful ones.
exactly. Yes. Okay, good. I mean, you're probably just going to
Awesome.
burn me right after that, but take
No,
those out, please. I was doing Molly's chin hairs. She had one little chin hair and she'd be like,
that's
get
so
it,
sweet.
get it. And I was like, pull that thing
My
out.
mom makes me do that now while she's alive.
Look at this beautiful conversation we've had.
I
I
know.
love that we just met, what, 45 minutes ago? And this is
I
the
love
best
it.
conversation ever. I love it.
Stop. Ugh, I've had so much fun. I don't want it to end ever.
I know. We could do it again. Let's do it again.
Yes,
I mean,
please.
and here's me again, just inviting myself back on your
No, it's your podcast now. Take it,
Well, we got,
please.
I mean, let us know if you're interested in Nikki socks because
Yes.
dying for socks, Nikki socks, we're working out the title, but if you want our socks, there's a price point. We'll figure it out and we will send them to you. If you really want our dirty socks.
You've got Emmy winner and nominated person over there, and here I have a fake nipple and a dog. So I'm a real winner. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Oh my God, this
Awesome.
was so fun. Thanks for having me on your
Oh my
show. I just
God.
adore you.
Of
Like,
course.
it's just
Thank
been such a
you.
fun time.
Of course, I will put all your socials up here somewhere.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you so much. I really, 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 really appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. This was meant to be. We're friends
It
now.
was totally. Yay.